Hey, peace. It's Saturday, the, I don't know, 3rd or 4th or something of October. 3rd, I believe. Engine is mocked up. We measured around the gears with the soft tape measure, like I told you, for the 960 belt. We marked the chassis. We cleaned some things up, changed a bunch of stuff. We cut the floor pan down and cleaned it up, bolted it back in. We cleaned up the seat tins after we straightened out the seat and put all those back in. We're gonna drill a couple holes here and here through the steel, through everything, and put bolts here instead of one in the middle on each of those straps. I don't know. I don't understand people, but I'm gonna go with 4 bolts here instead of 2. So we got to go over to Rich's in the trailer and get the couple nut and bolt containers and drag them back over here. We need some springs and some other stuff, but just wanted to start mocking this up. We got to cut about a 1/4 inch off that flex. We're measuring 7 3/4. I'm told with this Missy pipe, you got to have 7 1/4. Not that the extra 1/2 inch is going to do anything with the test day. We're just going to go to see, so I'll probably just leave it alone. But, I don't, if it was too short, it might cause the thing to get hot and blow up. If it's too long, it's just not going to be up to snuff. I think I'm going to try the 600 wide on 5-inch wheel. Measures 34 1/4 compared to the 36, which is we already know isn't going to work. And I've got a 500 on a 550 wheel. Measures about the size of this, 33 inches on a black wheel. So it'll look better, right? It's a fashion show out there. The car will be black. It'll have black wheels. I'm going to try to wear the black suit. So we got a few things we can play with after we go back and get the nut and bolt container and get over here and drill some holes, put some nut and bolts in. We got to work on some kind of belt guard here. We can't just put a great big thing here because it gets in the way of our elbow. So I'm thinking this thing's pretty solid. We could come off of this with something, just mount it to the motor. We only got to get through an afternoon. If I get 2 runs in it, and it's still running, I think I'd be happy. So, you never know. It might be fun, and I may want to drive this one all day. Who knows? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But I'm sure there's going to be teething issues. There's going to be problems. I can't see the needles, so I can't get to the needles, and that over the winter is obviously going to change. If we're going to stay with this Walboro carburetor and this piece of junk Yamaha, then those needles need to be pointing this way. And, I don't care if it's legal or not. I'll rotate the darn things around. It isn't about being legal. It's about having fun at this point. So, we'll see. See how it goes. It's really about the only thing we've got left to make for this thing is a belt guard, chain guard. Everything else has pretty much been done. We took the angle bits off. I showed you in that other video. Rerouted the brake line. We actually took it off, so we're going to have to bleed some brakes. And I think I was going to do that anyway. Being it's .434 automotive fluid. I don't know what this guy did. He obviously removed the big components and just spray bombed the crap out of the top side of the chassis and then put it back together. Literally painted everything. I only cleaned this stuff off here because this was all black too, just painted right over everything. Because as I was reaching for something, I dropped it and a big chunk of paint came off. You'd be surprised how easy this stuff just scrapes right off with a flat screwdriver. Just get it, just the edge of the screwdriver, and it just literally scrapes right off. I mean, it comes right off. So on something like this, no primer, no nothing, no old paint on it like we've got right here, comes right off. This here too. There's nothing to this. You could probably take some Scotch. I bet I can take a piece of Scotch right here and just take that right off. Yep, look at that. It comes right off. So yeah, now that I've done this, I'm going to have to do all of it, right? Yeah, we've got a little bit of work to do here. Yet what we're gonna do is actually make that piece isn't gonna be a triangle. It's gonna come up, and we're gonna use that as the brake control point as well. And we'll put 2 or 3 different pickup points on it. So it'll be down, and we'll weld it around from this side, and that'll take care of that. It's got to be, angled correctly as well, so the pedal doesn't need to flip and flop like it did before. I think we've got a Heim joint that goes on one end, so if it's misaligned, it continues to move freely. We've got plenty of housing for throttle cable, and we've got plenty of cable too. So as soon as we get a belt on it, we'll mix up a half a gallon of gas or a gallon of gas or whatever, and dump it in the old tank. Make sure the tank doesn't leak. We'll throw some new fuel line on it, one of those new fuel filters we got, a new piece of pulse line. And without even putting a gasket kit in the carburetor, we'll go ahead and give her a crank and see if we can get it to start and run. That ought to be interesting. So, yeah, we're making progress. Basically, she's a polished turd. She's still a turd. She's not going to be proper and nice and sweet until next season, but we got to get a ride in it to see, get some information, I don't know, beginning point, a datum point or whatever to start with, so we know whether we're making changes that are better or worse, right? So that's it. That's it for now. Gonna run over to Rich's, get the nut and bolt container, and generally mess around over there. Gonna warm up the bike, let it run a little bit. It's been a while. I haven't rode it, so that's it, folks. Saturday afternoon. Done playing here. Just waiting on a belt so we can continue. Talk to y'all.